Don't make noise, eh? Quiet. All right, so we're gonna be waiting for people to come in. We're gonna be talking about the market update, a lot of great facts, taking questions, and you should study this live stream and other live streams, and of course my winning plans. I'm gonna be talking about Apple, a lot of great things to talk about today. First of all, I got people to come into the live stream here. And once they get in, we can see if they can hear me, that everything is okay. Looks like everything is okay. Yes, you hear me? Great, Dexter. Great, great, great. You see everything clearly as well? Hello, Archu. Hello, Sit here. Perfect. Good, good. That's good. Because I don't know, YouTube does not report things. Um, it don't report things properly to me. So that's why I double check. See now it's like it needs time to fix things on their end, and now I see that something's better happening. So, but all in all, hello Ash, hello David, hello Victor. So we're gonna people came in quicker this time. So we're gonna talk about the market. What I said last week. I'm gonna talk about Apple and some of our plans, and give you an update of the market and answer questions for some new people. Um, because that's what the live streams are going to be for. Also, is to educate members that are in the group, right? Answer questions, um, and I think that's the live streams will be a bridge to help people take the information better inside the group and be better prepared, right? And again, it's about people that are serious to understand, serious about the market, and have to understand they need to take it as a serious business. It's not something to be taken as like you go into you're gambling here. These are real companies, and the market is also an important barometer of what's happening in the economy, where things are going. So for example, if the U.S. is doing very well, we're obviously going to have a higher market. If the U.S. market isn't doing well, we will not have a higher market, and in turn it affects companies. However, the reality is their companies are doing very well, right? You have many companies that have earnings such as Apple, Ruco, Home Depot, Match, many companies that have done very well. Okay, and then these are also internet-based companies. Okay, and Google L, right? So that's the big picture, and there is growth happening in the right companies. While there's always a fear that this is too high and that's too high, and these are people who don't want to understand that what, you're not going to understand why things are happening. The market does tell us things through, I believe, through companies, okay, and through how companies are doing earnings. Hello, Arul Joseph. You, your name, you seem like somebody new. I don't recall in a rule. You know, this YouTube channel or these live streams, this is for the serious people. So I've helped. If I'm helping one person, one new person, change their life for the better or succeed, that makes it all worth it. That's how I look at these live streams, or even help people that are inside of the group think a little differently. You understand? What did I tell you? Do not make noise. All right. So sorry about that, people. So what was I saying? I lost track of that. So right. Well, TGT's it's kind of like a company like Costco, Target, but it's never been a really good stock in terms of options that I really liked. Let's take a look at TGT quickly. But yeah, I mean, it had good earnings. I mean, wow, look at that, eh? You know, yeah, the market's too, the market's weak, the market's in bad shape. This is, I don't know, like, I don't think people realize these things is that that's why I study these type of dynamics, these penny stock traders that tote that, oh, make, but they don't understand what real direction is. And unless you start studying real direction, you're never going to succeed long term in the markets. You're going to blow up. You're going to you're going to lose your mind. Okay. The only reason why, again, what I do is I go with the direction of the market. So let's go back to the SPY. So the SPY is in an uptrend, okay? If I zoom out here, right, and let's see how it looks on the chart here. Yeah, if I zoom out here, okay, that is enough information. You can see that it's very clear to see that the SPY is in an uptrend, okay? And therefore, the real people with skill are making money the correct way, going long the right stocks, because not all companies are good. Somebody who's shorting a market like this has no skill. They don't know what real direction is. So they might, their skill might be in looking why things should go down. That's fine and dandy. I, however, look at real dynamics because for people to make money to the downside, there has to be an upside. Would you agree, people? So the real skill comes and the most money is being made, okay, by people who know how to make money to the upside. You know, this is a statistical fact. Okay, the most successful people in the markets are those who know how to go long and make money with skill in that direction. From that direction, you'll make money in the other direction. But the majority of the time, the market has gone higher. Therefore, most of the times, that's where the money is. Most of the times, there are short-term massive falls that happen here and there, but the majority of the times is going along the market. This is where the real wealth is created. It is not created to the downside. The real wealth for the majority of the people is created to the upside. Understand, stock clown? No skills? Anyways, that being said, people, you know, this was Monday, last Wednesday, and I explained the market out, lower highs, and you can see that we maintained, we had bounced, right? And I had plans to go to the upside. I posted an Apple plan, August 15th, plain and simple. Apple was at 201. It needed to confirm. 206.75, it confirmed, and it produced some gains, right? On top of that, we made gains on our 205 calls. What did I do? I simply been following the real direction of the market. What has the market done? The market has gone higher. The market pulls back. The market's going to, but what is the market still doing? It's going higher and it's preparing to go for a real move. Now, either you're going to be mentally prepared for what is coming and getting into the right stocks with the right attitude, okay, and the right skills, or you're going to be in the little scalp traders missing out on gains. See, you have to decide what you want. Do you want health and wealth, or do you want to make some money and then at the expense of your health, and then you also go going crazy with no skills? That's day trading, day traders, okay, especially majority of them, the majority, and then most of them get ill and sick. Listen, Option Sniper is a perfect example. perfect example. Big mouth, but, made it seem like it was magical. I tell it how it is, the market. I talk about the sun, I talk about the rain, I tell the truth. Everything is everything you're hearing is false. False propaganda because they want to sell subscriptions. I do not. I want people to come into my group, make money, and send dollar bill gifts due to performance. And I know the performance comes with skill. But the majority of the money is made in really a small percentage of the time. And if you're not prepared for it, you miss it. I'm telling you that if there are a couple of weeks or one even just 1 month of the year that if you're properly structured here and doing the right things, you can make years of money. But it also could put you forward to continually keep you successful year after year after year, catching the majority of gains. Both directions, by the way, as well. With skill, long-term success. That's what I'm about. Real direction, and all my plans demonstrate this over and over and over again. All right. So anyone that is seeing this live stream that missed the live stream, make sure you listen to what I'm saying. Go through it. It's gold. Every live stream has gold messages in them. Every single one. Hello, Eric. Hello, Joe. You understand, people? Everything I have is a true message. Because what I say happens. Just like I defended the market back in December 2018 in massive fear with 5 winning BA plans in a row. That is true skill, not duplicated by anyone in the world could do what I did there. It's a small minority of people. I have the skills. I know the true ways of making money in the markets, but it's never a la la land. It is a problem solving because I know the market wants high, but doesn't mean the market just going to give it to you that way. What I said since 2016 against so many people, I've been correct year after year after year. That I want you to think about that and let that sink in your head. Why? Why? Year after year after year after turn after turn after turn after disaster of the market after disaster. Why? The method is the same. But no matter how correct you are, the market can make you appear to seem wrong on a short-term basis. And I say on a short-term basis. That's what I learned. I learned that you must stick to your guns, doing what is right. If the market wants to confirm there's something happening. The only reason why we keep making comebacks and doing well is because the market keeps confirming my plans. If the market didn't, we wouldn't be in those plans. We'd be going an opposite direction. So I am solving problems and I'm preparing. I am preparing the group to catch massive gains. That is what I'm after. I'm not after fake baby gains. I'm after real gains with real skill. It's about making 100% gains consistently when things work properly. When they do not, we then manage that, but we're prepared to keep getting that. And then we could hit it big. FedEx, for example, there was a FedEx trade back in 2017. I remember this. It's a great story because the amount of gains it provided after 2 weeks of suffering, being correct, the big picture, it provided, while the stock clown lost money, my plans and direction just killed it. $100 options turning to 1,000, 10 times the money, 10 times a person's money. Small accounts, a $1,000 account could have went, or a $1,000 investment went to 10. $10,000 investment, 100K. That one trade with the proper mindset could have put you forward on the map to deal with the different pressures in the market to then grow with the right opportunities when they come. That's what I'm about. It's not about a day-to-day thing. No one can produce. You have variables that nobody has. There's no system indicator that can predict the future. If I can predict the future, okay, there's no need to do anything. I would have. It'd be easy to make billions and billions on a daily basis. To be 100% correct means you can make billions on a daily. You own the world, but no such thing exists. not billionaire. So what did they use? Strategy. And that's what I preach. Strategy, strategy, strategy. All right. So I talked about the SPY. Again, Apple, I used a great example was Apple. Okay. In fear, Power Trigger Trade, which was here. Here was the plan right over here. Apple was here, confirmed here, and we're here. Power Trigger Trade, right? Power Trigger Trade understood the direction of Apple. Power Trigger Trade made a plan. Now, Apple did things over here that were variables could not control. But was I wrong? Of course not. Apple's back here. How do I fix a problem? By adding into something that is farther away or closer? By solving the problem when I was never wrong in the first place. Just like I had huge, not only was I correct Ruko, I was massively correct. To this day, Ruko is a fire. I identify real winning companies. Penny stock traders have no clue what they're doing. They are just selling people baloney. So I want to appeal to the people who want the truth. You gotta work. You gotta study. You gotta follow my rules. You gotta work on your mental health. That's how you succeed in the market. No easy turn. I never said this was easy to anyone. But I said if you put in the work, I know you will succeed. And people mentally fail. I have people who come in my group who do not listen to me because they mentally fail. They do not listen. They do not study. Therefore, they will not succeed. I will stick to my guns. I want to tell people the truth. But I know one thing. If you put in the work, the study, you're getting into the plans, going through the sun and the rain, you will receive a lot of sun. I'm about the big picture, right? Great wealth was never achieved by day trading. It was achieved by achieving goals. And I'm able to do that for people with options, which is very hard to do. Stock market investing, who runs an investment channel, who invests himself, agrees to everything that I say. Puts out a lot of great information, right? But again, what I'm doing and what he's doing and how I do things are two different things. He reports news. I study market, what the market's really saying through companies, making plans and getting people to make money within my group. I sell nothing. I only provide information, then people benefit from that information, and then they want to send me gifts. Where will you see such a thing? It doesn't exist because they don't have these skills. I'm interested in growing a group of the right-minded people. It's very hard to do this because mentally a lot of people lack here. I'm telling it how it is, right? We live in a society that mental power is dropping, not increasing. This is the reality, people. So I'm trying to appeal to them, right? The group will be small. I've said this 1,000 times. I having strategies in place. It might grow to 100, 200, 300. I have a lot of strategies in place, but it will, the right people will come, God willing, right? I will continue doing it. I will continue doing things this format. The live streams will be very important as a communication tool, an education tool, a motivation tool, which no service is doing. They do not do live streams. They do not talk to the people. They do not answer questions. They don't have this confidence. I do because I know I'm telling the truth. They do not make those videos. They can't. They can't make these type of plans. They just say things after they happen. Just like the option sniper. People thought that this guy had some magical thing. Then when real pressure was put on him, he bailed and ran for his life. And I will be telling these stories to people. Or any former option sniper investors that, found out the hard way. Right? It's not like he said. The market isn't like he said it was. Where is he now? Stressed out. Like I said, I told you people, little scalpers will always burn out. It sounds good. It looks good. You're going to burn out. I'm always right. I'm never wrong when it comes to the big picture. Never have I been wrong. Never. Never. Too much skill. Too much skill. Too much confidence. Too much brains. All right now. So that's Apple. Again, stocks like AMD, long-term investments. Any questions? Let me you know what people. Let me take Brian Schultz. Audio is bad. Well, is yes, got my headset now. Thanks. And any oh, okay. The voice is low. Okay, 1 second here. Blah 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 blah. No, I see my audio levels. Anybody saying the same thing about my audio? All is up on Ruko. Thanks to well, Ruko still is in transition, right? I'm looking for the big picture in Ruko. So we'll talk about AMA, Dexter. But can you hear me well, Dexter? Because some people may have audio issues and yeah. So if Dexter says that the audio sounds good, then that means the issue is on your whoever says there's an audio issue, you gotta check on your side. I can't do anything about that. And I got good tools here, right? Sometimes I could have a setting wrong, but I checked my settings and they're okay. Oh yeah, you were in the on shop. Let's take a look at shop here. Well, listen, um, yeah, you see shop, now again, I didn't shop's been I mean, look at shop going higher again. And what would the stock clown say about this? It was too high here and it went higher. See, it's about trend, people. Listen, one thing I learned was not to fight the trend, but to learn how to work with the trend, even when the trend may appear that it's going to be a that's the trick of the market. See, people like Chitayama thought that, oh, because of a bar, but what's that mean? That one bar. This is not how you make money. See, that's not what I do. I focus on it's let me put it this way. I focus on what's in our favor, okay? It's a no one does it like I do or can do it. Only people who know about what I'm doing actually work with me and I talk with them one on one. And they see the thought process that goes on. Okay. This is a skill I have, okay? And it's a skill based on deep experience that most people do not have. So all you got to do is listen to me and succeed. There has never been this opportunity. But no matter what, it's still not easy because you have to learn how to deal with temporary loss. Because that's the truth. Ask Warren Buffett if everything is perfectly smooth, and he'll tell you it is not. But that doesn't stop him from becoming a multi-billionaire, does it? It's having the right direction in mind and dealing with both the sun and the rain to succeed. And I'm doing that with options so people have a chance to make money in real companies like Shop. Shop is doing well. I don't really trade Shop with options, but if we had taken those, we would have done well in that, regardless of the spread. I just haven't been focusing on Shop. Regardless, I can't pronounce your name. Uh, I'm gonna do your last name, Kumar. Kumar understood my point. Well, sure, I shop going to 450 plus long term, yeah? Ventcat, okay. Are you a member inside of my group, Ventcat? Yes. Oh, you are, okay. Under what name though? See, it's good. See, it's good to have the same profile for your Twitter as you do for your YouTube. It makes it easier. Yeah, but I don't recognize this name for the group. Anyways, I don't recognize that name for the group. Now, this stock is a stock that had earnings as well, right? And from its earnings, has still gone up higher. Now, this is something that we've been trading, okay? And it's been a winner. And again, I identify the reason why I like Roku is that it has a lot of volume and the options trade very well. So I always look for stocks that do follow my rules, but have a lot of volume and they trade well with the options, right? And Shop doesn't always. However, it has been following my rules to the T. I wish I took some shop plans, but a lot's been happening, and it's about taking the best of the best, right? I'm going to still miss some stuff. It's impossible to be perfect, and you don't need to be. It's about being right, the big picture, which I have been, people. Stock clown. Anyways, people. Ruco. Look at this, people. Home Depot, right? Had earnings. Look at this sucker. That was earnings day, follows through. It's a bearish market. It's a bearish market, eh? You see, if the market was, I had people, clowns, telling me markets. I'd say, listen, clown, it's not bearish, the market. And again, I'm right. I'll document it. I crush people. I crush the haters. I crush them all. I crush. Too much skill. Any hater come in this, I crush him under my foot. No skill, no brains. I win over and over and over again. All documented on my YouTube channel. The power of my advice. Billionaire status. Billionaire thought process. Because you can't even buy the health that I'm able to teach people and have. Can't buy. You got to work for it. You got to use the brains in a world of confusion. And the market's one of the toughest things you could do. People lose at it. We call it casino because they don't understand it. A lot of these newscasters, no skill, no brains, just talk. Go. I want to tell the people the truth, and the reason why I'm able to why I keep doing this is because the right people have come to me. I've helped them. In turn, they've showed their support, and therefore we are able to help the right people, which is a small group of people. A small group. Because the stupidity in the world is high, and in intelligence is low. This is a reality that will not change. My YouTube channel, the power information that's there. So people are blind to the truth. I look at other stuff and I look at the baloney to everything. Baloney. Doesn't even compare, touch my stuff with a 10-foot pole. So I'm trying to help those smart enough to understand what I'm doing. It's work though. Because unfortunately, it's not going to be sunshine every day like everybody tells you. Oh, yay! Like the option sniper. Yay! We're making money every day. It's like everything else, Joe. How do we manage Facebook? Facebook is one trade. Facebook is in a loss because it can, as long as it holds my support levels, like I explained, right? It's a good question. But how do you manage? Well, losses are going to happen, right? The reality is you need to then get into other plans to offset that loss and put you forward. But the minute you focus on Facebook, like doubling down and focusing your energies on there, you're going to be a loser. Straight out, I tell you right out, loser. You want to lose? You focus on Facebook. Facebook to me is an afterthought. For me, I've been in positions that are against me worse than Facebook, and I told you this about Apple. Okay, I had a plan in Apple. February calls. Okay, I'm gonna put the Apple chart on. I'm gonna explain this. This is a good question he asked me, but I'm gonna tell it to you with true passion. So I had an Apple trade. February calls. An Apple. What was it? Oh yeah, it was over here. It was in January. Okay, I had 170 calls. I told you the story. Okay, they were practically worth 20%. Now, Joe, do you think I focused on Apple? Did I think I doubled down on Apple? No, I did not. Instead, while the market was going down, I made a reversal plan, comeback plans to fix a lot of problems that we were having based on the baloney that the market was spewing at the time. And I knew it based on what the stocks were doing and saying and how they were supporting and how the SPY had pulled back and all these things. So I left the Apple trade, okay, and it ended up turning it at a 80% to 90% loser in Apple turned to be a 50% winner, and I followed it with another 2-3 winning Apple plans. Do you understand, Joe, what I did with Apple there? And on top of that, I was in multiple winning BA plans. This is skill. This is leadership. This is how you succeed in the market long term. Not worrying about failures, because failures are going to happen even if you do the right things, Joe. You understand me carefully. Even when you do the right things, a failure can happen. It's how you handle that and understand that you did everything right. Throw it aside. Focus on how to fix it. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing even now. The same thing with Facebook. Facebook may not work out. That is not what we don't care about that. Right? But I'm saying to you, and I'm glad you asked me this question, because Facebook, when it turns out to be a winner or even a break even, I will talk about that as well. It will be in this live stream. I can people refer about it, right? But this is the reality. I'm telling you to you straight up. We cannot let setbacks for the wrong reasons affect us. We need to then move on forward. Because the minute you miss the winning trades, Joe, you miss an opportunity to make that comeback. You don't see me. The only reason why we went into multiple Apple plans, which is a very unique situation, but most of the time I don't do that. It was because of the new signals that Apple was generating from after its earnings that were only had pulled down due to political issues. So I fixed it. Two winning plans, fixing it, and still we are still holding the original plan that could break even, and then therefore out of three plans we will have three winners, or we will have two winners and a break even, because I dealt with the issue with skill, with multiple plans, right? So losses, you must sweep them quickly under the rug and focus on how to fix that problem. Because many times the Facebook could return to a very small loss to a break even, because it has the time. I factored in problems that could happen, right? Facebook moves very quickly. Something powerful can happen, Joe, between now and that time frame and put us in gains. But if it doesn't, it's okay. I will have multiple other plans to fix it. That's right, Ash, understand it. Good, Joe. But I wanted to tell you, we are managing it, Joe. We're holding Facebook. Why? Because I've held stuff like this before. I'm straight up with everybody, right? Right? We don't win all the time because I can't. There is no such thing. I can win most of the time, but we can't win all the time. What I learned, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, Joe, is that I learned that the question is, did we do anything wrong? And the answer was no. A lot of people are trading the wrong way, Joe, and that's what leads to losses long term, because they're not making money the correct way with skill. They're doing it by luck, and luck runs out, skill doesn't. Remember what I just said there. Luck runs out, skill does not. But it was a very good question, Joe. And I wanted to answer to you with passion, to understand that, listen, that's how I feel about it. Who says that do I want to lose money in Facebook? No, I'm in Facebook too. I'm losing Facebook. It's an afterthought right now. I know that as long as it holds my some key numbers, that it can still pay us. But in the meantime, we're focusing on new plans, Joe, right? That's what I've been doing in the group. Yes, cut losses, move on, but we didn't lose yet, Joe. You're missing the point here. It's not. There's no point of cutting losses. We're just holding the position because it's following my rules. If it doesn't follow my rules, I've been in this before, Joe. Listen to me carefully. I have been in positions against me, even more than Facebook. I'm telling you straight up, truth here. Anybody long enough will know this, and who's been in my group. But it turned to be they turned out to be winners because I focus on other plans, Joe. Yes, it's cut loser, but we want to cut losers for the right reason. Sometimes we just lose the position, but I want to lose for the right reasons, not the wrong. Right? That's why we have options, because the options values are controlled. Your loss is controlled. It cannot be greater than what you put in those options. This is why I tell people to subdivide their account. You can't put too much in your options. You have to understand that if you have a certain account size, you don't want to go You got to understand that every trade you make can sustain a loss. But if you trade with fear, how are you going to make money, Joe? How can you make money with fear? You can't. What I preach and teach is we have to make money with skill. But our wins destroy our losses if we stay focused. But you know why people lose? I'll give you an example. Let's say I post 5 plans, Joe. I want to give you a great example. And one of our plans lose, and you keep focusing on the loser. But meanwhile, all the other 4 are winners, and you kept focusing on the loser. You lost 4 times, 5 times because you didn't get into the winners. Does that make sense, Joe? I hope that made sense for anybody, what I just said there. This is why I have new plans always in turn. I mean, you don't see me talking about Facebook and more plans with Facebook because I don't need one. I'm not going to use Facebook right now. Okay, because I see Facebook as an issue. So I went and moved on to other key stocks. Only Apple did I circumvent with new because Apple met Apple's characteristics and reasons is very different than Facebook. Well, with Google, I added with Google because I thought it would. And it did bounce. That it would bounce enough in time, right? But again, Google is a. I told people all the time that Google L when we're using weekly options a higher risk to going smaller. Okay, so it doesn't. The key is when we win Google. We've won large in Google, but you got to be able to lose if you want to take Google trades. You have to be willing to lose in order to win those because they're such volatile and powerful stocks. But our winners, let me tell you something, Bull Run. Our winners, Google L, in my history, documented history, destroys the losers, right? So again, I focus on new winners to fix that, right? I know it's always about, but my what I'm trying to tell you is we want to catch the meat and potatoes of the move, and this we're not there in the SPY right now. Listen, so what the SPY is doing is still building. Okay, here's the problem here. But stocks are doing good, like you see Home Depot, Target. We saw those earnings. Companies are doing well, people. Okay, it's written all over the place, but the market don't make things easy, and Google L just didn't move. It gave signals to move, but it didn't. I can't control that, right? But I'm not going to be afraid to take risks because that's what it is. What do you think we're doing? We're taking a risk. You don't get paid this money without taking risk, right? Everything is a risk, but we're taking a strategic risk always. But my strategic risk wins more often than not. Right now for Google, I'm basically avoiding Google L as that stock. I don't need Google L, or I care, or do I care about the fundamental or these type of issues? I focus technical things, what the market's saying. Right now, Google L. I'll put up Google L. These are good questions. You know, in theory, Google L is something that I probably will avoid because it's in a chop zone. She made signals, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She's not negative. She had good earnings, but these are problems that are causing problems. Yeah, FedEx is something is out of favor. Let me take a look at FedEx. But FedEx is yeah, this is not a good stock. First of all, um, FedEx is out of favor. And I think it's out of favor due to it was a good company, but I will not put us in. Listen, first of all, it's a downtrending stock, and that's going against the market's uptrending. So we don't want to. We don't do not want to look at. This is called a loser stock right now. We don't want to trade. this type of stock. It's I don't look at FedEx. It's out of favor. They're probably UPS is better. Yes, but it's setting up. UPS is stuck, right? So, but if there's a better stock, I prefer UPS. But that is not in the cards right now either. UPS is not in the cards. All right. Now, what could be in the cards, people? TWTR. These are the key stocks to pay attention to. Twitter. Why? Because it's following the market rules and it's preparing for higher prices. Twitter is something that we might focus on. Uh, we definitely might focus on Twitter. I have plans in place, people, to get us stepping stones to catch massive gains. It's all in place, but there's going to be problems along the way. All we can do, and this is why we subdivide our plans, but I guarantee you that if we go into all the plans properly, we will end up in a net positive gain. It's work, people. It's the way it is. If anybody tells you it's any other way, it's baloney because I've been at this a long time and I've demonstrated in all my on my YouTube videos. I have great winning plans, but they're plans. They are plans that I demonstrated. I demonstrated Apple right front center August 15 plan. I posted it right on Twitter. I've proven my point. I've proven my point so many times with BA and Apple and this and that, Google L's and Teslas. I've proven my point. That's right, Dexter. Dexter's right about Google L. But we don't want to deal with Google L right now. We don't need Google L. So forget it. When Google L is good, we'll deal with Google L. But right now, there are many better stocks. Hence, Twitter could be a good one, right? More of a longer term play. Twitter. That's one that I might like. Right? It's definitely doing better than Facebook right now. But also being that Twitter is strong, Facebook could also be able to make a good enough comeback for us to make some money in those options. Microsoft is okay, but you know what? It's not the best option trader. I don't really like Microsoft. I prefer Apple for than Microsoft, and they're both in the same type of business. Um, yeah, CRM. CRM, I don't really like this company too much. Yeah, I don't like. First of all, CRM is not doesn't follow my rules. I don't like it. Um, it's not worth it. You know, it doesn't meet the criteria, so I don't. And no, I never seen in my scan. So Visa on the other hand, Visa on the other hand could be good, but it needs to break some key levels. Unless, in the way I look at Visa, unless Visa really breaks over there, I wouldn't bother with Visa. It really needs to show us more information. It is good, Visa. Visa has potential. CRM is definitely not on the cards. There are better stocks than CRM, Ash, than for us to put our money in. We want to put our money in the best possible stocks that we can that trade very well with the options, right? That have a lot of options trading and and tighter spreads. Yep. I'm going to be making an update about Match. Dexter, definitely. Good question, Ash, though. But no, I know these things, like the questions you're asking about Visa. Visa doesn't make it in my MasterCard, like Dexter said. Yeah, obviously, if we were going to choose between the two, but MasterCard is a very whippy stock. However, um, again, I have other plays as well. If I do seem that I like Mastercard, I try to get it. I try to get our group in the best, safest plays possible, right? Because it's a market, people, and there are a lot of factors that are going on all the time. And so the key is to always, what I try to do is stick to safety and high probability. It's a lot of work, people, but I've got it down. But no matter how good I am, it doesn't matter. Um, Problems can occur, losses are going to happen. It's unavoidable. So I tell people straight out, unavoidable. But if you keep at it, keep the grind, right? So which is what I can do. I've demonstrated this year after year after year, sub month after sub month after sub month, problems after problems. I've made massive comebacks. So I know that if a person, Dexter, no, listen, Dexter, Mez, there are people that there are people who've been around with me for a long time, and if and they know how many times I've solved issues and problems. Dexter knows because Dexter knows even about the FedEx time. That was back in what 2017, Dexter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been a while, right? Because the stock clown thought the market was going to go lower, and still the market's going higher. And these people have no skills, old world thinkers, no skills, no skills. TDD is good. Um, TDD is probably good, but again, for an option play, um, it's not so good, or not the best. Stock is good, but it probably doesn't trade well enough for options, TJ. So, and given your account size, this is not the type of company you want to trade with, right? You're better off with Apple, Ruko. I already have you in better possible plans than TDD. Good company, but more. This is better suited for a long-term investor, in my opinion. You know what? Let me show you an example here. I'm gonna put up the options here, and let's take a look here. So I want to explain to you what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at these. Let's say you want to get into the September 260 calls. The volume today was 53, and open interest was 229. So you can see there's not much trade now. I'm gonna put this in the calls only, and then I'm going to expand it. Okay. I'm gonna go to the prices and get different prices. Okay, so we'll go. Okay, we're gonna reverse the prices to the higher prices. Okay, so even if you would go with something like a 585 call, okay, which is pretty far away still, they cost $500. They only traded 12 options, and there's about almost a $2 spread. Those are very dangerous options to trade, especially if there's every difficulty. They're very hard to trade, to just. So you understand, I look at a lot of factors before I recommend things to the group. I look at a lot of factors. A lot of factors. And one of these is this. Does There's a lot of great stocks, but they don't meet my criteria. They don't have the volume, they don't trade well. Lots of problems, right? Doesn't mean the company isn't good, but they're not good enough for my group. I want the best, highest probability stocks to get into my group. This is why the success rate is so high. Understand? And that's why I'm the best stock clown, John. You are a big margin loser, baby scalper, stock clown, John. All right, now let's shout out to the stock clown. Smashed you to pieces. 18 people, stock clown, and I told you I do the live streams to most more people usually come to the live streams after 10. I don't know why that is. It's always after 10, just about when I'm going to close it down. It's okay. I say what I have to say. If the person who wants some attention from Power Trick or Trade, they're gonna come and make time, come to the live stream. I'm not changing the time. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Canada. Figure out that time. You make the time. You know, it's late for me. I want to go sleep. I don't want to stay up late. I'm about health. Understand? It's about balance, right? So I try my best to help the people. I come and do these live streams to spend time, my time, to do this. Okay? No, I don't get paid to do live streams. Okay? Nobody pays me to do live streams. I come to do this out of free will. to help the people, to help newcomers. Who does that? No one. And to talk reality to people, talk some sense in the brains. Don't want to listen to those scammers out there, those day trading. Oh, it's me. They got a system to sell. Okay, you know, a lot of the way they trade those penny stocks, the volume doesn't match the probability of all these people trying to make money in the way they say they do. What we do, there's tons of volume. So what I say matches. Understand? So many people are so gullible to that's why it's free my group. Right? I know that somebody comes to my group, they make money. Right? But I want them to be healthy in the mind. I want them to ask me. I want them to understand what I'm doing. I want them to study. I don't want to be some mindless follower. That's not what I want. I want to tell the truth to the people. There's a lot of great people in the group, okay? These people are the people that I want, that keep this group going, that I care about. And then even that F. Brown guy is a new guy that came in. And I remember him because he had come to why I keep doing this. He came to the live stream on the Disney trade that we killed him. We cleaned up him. Stock Clown lost in that. No skills. No skill, Stock Clown. 18 people, Stock Clown. You keep losing, Stock Clown, John. Anyways, enough of the Stock Clown. So listen, people. I want to rub it into the Stock Clown. Just join the. Stop fighting me, Stock Clown. Join the group. And quiet. You have no skill. Your stream is dead. All right now. Why do I have this TDD? I don't want to have this TDD up. Okay, so we'll put up the SPY again. Let's take an AMD. You know, just like AMD, you know. I talked about the reversal. Stock Clown didn't see that. You know, I have it talks about it. You know, right back, I talked about the reversal. Right when it was 11, I had a plan. Look where this stock is. This is visionary thinking, planning. These baby stock, these penny trade stock guys have no skill. They're baby pebbles to me. I got the billionaire skills to be able to make these option trades. They're too good, these plans I make. Too much skill, too much good advice I'm offering here for those who want to listen. That's why you got to look at what's the big picture. Who's calling the big picture? That's who you want to listen to. Don't listen to these baby scalpers that have no skill. No skill. All right, now. Got to keep it quiet. Don't want to be screaming. Yeah. No thoughts on Snap. Snap is a garbage stock. No thoughts on Snap. I've had the question. No thoughts on Snap. Amagen is good, but I don't. Amagen. Let me take a look at Amagen quickly, but I don't like biotech stocks. I mean, I've played Amagen. I just got better stocks than Amagen. It's a biotech stock, right? I hate these companies. Yeah, Amagen has potential, but you gotta wait for it. It's still setting up. Okay, the only way, to be honest with you, the only way I would trade this one is it was to break these highs. Okay, that's the only way. Okay, so that being said, Amagen is probably might go nowhere. Give me a second here, people. I want to do something quickly here. Yeah, Amagen is strong stock. Amagen is a strong stock. It's good volume patterns, but I would prefer a break. If there's going to be a real move, it's going to be a breaking that high. So in the meantime, we'll see if we need this stock. You know, if I have something better, I'll go into something better. I'll be honest with you, because this is all based on. It's not like a company like Apple or real companies that you know that do real good things. You know that provide real monetary gains. Again, CRM. Um, I don't doesn't make it in my scan. I'm pretty sure it's a crap stock. Yeah, Victor, listen, I I put pretty much the best of the best for the group. So you want to get it? You want to you? I do all the thinking. Okay. I have a lot of. Listen to me. I have a lot of experience. Okay. I've been studying the market since 18 years of age. Okay. Making tons of mistakes. Okay. Along the way, I have legacy experience. Okay. I'm the bridge between the old world and new world. Okay. There's nobody has my skills out there. Nobody. They don't have it. They can't do it. They don't have the documented proof. They don't have my YouTube channel has it. My YouTube channel. If someone was to try to debate me on anything, they'd be out of business. They'd be owed me millions. We comb through my what I say. They say this guy is on another level. Anybody with intelligence that comes through my stream knows I'm on another level. Okay? I should be paid billions for my advice. Billions, billions. It's billionaire mindset. That's how I feel about myself. MRK. Well, it's the same thing for MRK. It's better, but it's got to really break out. It's got to really break out. And you know what? It's not a very reliable stock. It had a failed breakout over here. So keep that in mind, right? It's not an easy stock. Not an easy stock. It's hard to read. So like I say, I look at a lot of factors. But MRK is probably a tradable stock. But yeah, I would say that I don't know. It's hard to say because think about Amogen and MRK. Amogen would probably move better. I've traded Amogen. MRK I've traded and I find that it's not as they're both drug companies anyways. But I wouldn't say that MRK is better. I'll be honest with you. I think that honestly, Amogen I think is better. But I don't want any. I'm not bothering with either of these right now. Anyways, as I have stocks that are better with more meaning to the market in terms of earnings. So 19 people stock clown. Um, Again, more people come later on. If I had a live stream probably at 11 o'clock, it probably be more people would come. I know, but anyways, um, it's okay. It's for those people. Any questions out there? Anybody new out there? Anybody have a question? Because we're gonna wrap this up. Um, I think I put a lot of good advice, a lot of heart in this live stream. Stock market investor did not join us, but that's okay. You might, if you want to see what we talked about last live stream, I suggest people to go see my last live stream. Follow me on Twitter, PowerTarget Trade on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Study my created playlist. There's a pinned tweet on my PowerTarget Trade. See that video? It explains how to become a member inside of Power Group Trades. I don't use indicators. It's. I mean, I use indicators, but it's not based on indicators. It's based on the scans. It's more complex than that, right? This is. It's not about MACD crossovers or RSI. They are part of the it can be useful, like ultimate oscillator can be useful, but it's not what I go by. It's the patterns, it's alignment. There's a lot of other factors that go behind this, Kumar. A lot of other, say your last name, it's easier to say it. A lot of other factors. Good night, Ash. Anybody else there have any questions out of the 19 that are watching? Anybody new? So again, people, if you don't ask a question and you're not succeeding, whose the fault is it? It's your fault. Only you, not anyone else's fault. You go take, you can go lose money listening to other false people out there. Come back to PowerTarget Trade, get inside of Power Group Trade, study my YouTube channel, and change your life for the better with real skill, right? It's not always going to be sunshine. That's not what it's about. It's about being prepared to catch the sun, making money with skill. Okay, making money with skill. Understand that. It's not about making money little pops, and that's that feel. You know, that's the killer. Look, see, 20 now stock on 20. People come later. It's always, I don't know what it is. It's 20, it's 10:30, and more people come to the live stream. Don't know why. You got to come earlier, people. What's going on with your Twitter? Yeah, you know, it's not sensitive. It's Twitter saying that my workout stuff, it's me working out, like it's ridiculous. So you have to change the settings. I'm not posting stuff like, I'm not going to be posting my those type of videos on. They're really workout videos, but Twitter is crazy. You know, Twitter has some really crazy things going on out there, and yet they let that go. And I'm working out, showing people, you know, an example, you know, 47-year-old, you know, smashing most people to pieces with real health, you know, not hopped up on something like a lot of fake people out there. Real deal, trying to motivate people, trying to, you know, talk, show them I'm about both health and wealth. And the stupid Twitter, it puts these, it does these things. There's nothing sensitive. You clicked it, it's okay, and you see for yourself. It's ridiculous, David. It's ridiculous what Twitter's doing. No, again, Don. I focus on the big picture. I'm not shorting the market. I'm only looking for longs. That's the trend. That's what we do. That's how real success happens. When the market's bearish, Don, then it would be wise to focus on the puts. You know, you want to go with the trend, right? Right now, the market's in a kind of building for higher prices. Think about it this way, Don K. TJT, right? What does that tell you about the market? That's earnings that this group, that the target had. That's what you understand. That's the big picture signal right there. When a company's like Target, you know what they do, right? They are consumers. That means people are buying products, spending the dollar bills. U.S. economy is doing well. This is the facts. Google, Ruco, Apple all had good earnings. Comprende, Don? Big picture thinking is the real way to make money. I'm about teaching the truth. That's why I come to the live streams and answer people. I'm not going to teach people the wrong way. I'm not going to do what I'm doing, something very unique and different. And I have real, huge, massive skills behind me. All right. Hope that answers your question, Don. At least you're answering. You're asking questions. I know you're gonna go. At least you're asking questions. And I'm telling you, I'm about the big picture, not about baby scalping, about long-term success, Don. Okay? If you want to succeed long-term, you want to listen to me. I understand this. Unless you have over 20 years experience in the market, you just listen to me. You neither listen to me or learn the hard way. Trust me. Like all those option snipers, so-called, who listen to this option sniper. Now they don't know what to do. The leader gone, vanished. Option sniper followers. Too bad for you. Wake up, smell the coffee. Option sniper followers. Study my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Don't fight it. Ask me questions. I'm gonna help you succeed. Have a good night, people. Probably not. I don't recall Vive. If it's low volume, no, I don't bother with low volume. Yeah, it's low volume. Vive doesn't make it. It's too low volume. That's why. I don't know about low volume stocks. I don't look at low volume. I look at stocks that have a lot of volume. There's a lot of criteria, but volume is one key one. I explained this, okay? Thank you, Joseph. Good night. Hope you understand that I've explained this AR arch chew. I've explained this before. That this doesn't meet my criteria. It trades too low. 751K, that's baby volume. I don't trade this with options. Remember, options is a different game. If you're a long-term investor, it's a different story. But for options, no. And it's not a very good option trader anyways, Archu. Any questions, any other questions that are from somebody new? Before I go, before the big picture leader who tells the truth, that God is on my side. Any question for the truth man? Great, great, Archer. Any questions for the truth man, people? Don't be shy. No? All right, people. So there you have it, people. I asked people for, a lot of people just want to listen. I could have answered their question. A lot of people just shh. See, my live stream is more people go shh and listen to me talk, and they try to listen and learn. They don't want to be lazy bum. They want to start thinking. Study, people. Study my YouTube channel. Listen to me. Listen to as many videos as you can of my voice, of my reasoning speaking to you, helping you break up all the wrong information in your mind. It's powerful information of truth. A lot of heart and focus and strategy is put into this YouTube channel. PowerTarget Trade. Have a good night, people. Until next time. It was a great live stream, people.